Hello and God bless you, Veracast fans. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. Just wanted to let you know, as always, that Tim and I just finished another phenomenal show on Veracast. It was very important to me because we're talking about Our Lady. We're talking about the fact that Our Lady is a queen, and we're talking about the fact that as Catholics, we are called to be soldiers for Christ, and everything that entails, the reminders that we need in order to pray appropriately to our Lord so that we can stay in this battle, because the world we live in, we're so surrounded by evil. It can be very frustrating and it can be very difficult to stay true to our beliefs. It can be very difficult to stay true to the Catholic Church. And so we need all the help that we can get. And one of the ways that we can do that is by employing sacramentals, such as the scapular and the miraculous medal, which I'm wearing right here. I always have it. I even have it when I go to sleep. It's something that's a part of me, and it's something that reminds me of my consecration to Our Lady. And it's just very, very important to me as a Catholic and as a person. And I think all Catholics should look into that. Also, things got very interesting because we got a call at the very bottom of the show where one of our fans was asking about what we can do to prepare as Catholics for the potential evil that could be coming our way. And, of course, we discussed the fact that you have to be spiritually prepared for all the trials and tribulations coming our way. That means adoration. That means the sacraments. That means going to church and confession. But it also means being prepared to get up and go into the wilderness if necessary. And the reason I say that is because we can see even in Scripture, when Lot and his wife were asked to leave, right, when Sodom and Gomorrah were being destroyed, our Lord told them, go and don't look back. And of course, we know Lot's wife looked back and she was turned into a pillar of salt. Also, we know that when our Lord Jesus Christ prophesied about the destruction of the Jerusalem temple, which happened in 70 AD, okay, you have to understand that when the Romans destroyed the temple, they crucified something like 1 million Jews. The Romans went absolutely berserk during that time to quell an uprising of Jews against the Roman authority. And our Lord said to that generation that when they saw certain signs happening, to run into the hills and not look back, right? And we know that not one Christian was killed during that persecution, not one. And what I'm trying to say is that Catholics should have everything necessary. For example, the 3 days of darkness, which is coming, right? Blessed candles, food supplies. We should have all these things. But we should also have it, God forbid, if something happens and we have to flee our homes without looking back. We should have equipment. We should have food. We should have the ability to make light and fire. We should have fishing rods. We should have the tools necessary to survive, all within the law that in the state which you live in. For example, you should have a good sharp knife, right? That knife should not be something illegal in your state. It should be something that is legal, because Catholics always follow the law, right? We always follow laws. So, but we should also be prepared. For anyone that's interested, you can look up right here on YouTube. There are plenty of videos on bushcrafting, right? You don't want to be a doomsday prepper. You don't want to be a person that makes their home into a castle, an impenetrable fortress. Because guess what? Those people don't know how to survive in the wilderness. You want to be called what's known as a bushcrafter. A bushcrafter is someone that can survive in the wilderness. They can move. They can adapt. You don't ever want to stay in one place and say, this is where I'll be forever, because it'll become your tomb. Anyone that's ever been in the military or the Boy Scouts understands this. You want to be someone that can adapt to your situation and move out into the wilderness and survive, just like Robin Hood did, right? That's one of the things about Robin Hood. He had all the things that he needed right there in the forest in order to fight Sheriff Nottingham and all the rest, right? So I highly recommend that Catholics learn the art of bushcrafting, that they watch videos on bushcrafting, that they'll be able to survive in the wilderness and care for themselves and care for their family. I mean this quite seriously. I know some people are watching this and you think I'm nuts. Well, guess what? I know how to survive in the wilderness and you don't, right? And I think every Catholic should know how to do this. And don't think that things will never get that bad. I think as city people, or lots of city people, we think that, well, running water will always exist, and there'll always be electricity, and there'll always be, a corner store with bread available and dairy and meat available. It won't last. It'll go away. And then you'll be stuck in the city starving with everyone else. Catholics need to be able to move and adapt and be soldiers for Christ. And there's one thing we know about soldiers: they know how to survive. So look up those vids. I'm not going to endorse any particular one because there are many, many wonderful bushcrafting vids out there. But I really think it's something that people should learn the art, especially you city people, which I am. and we get so used to the services provided to us, and we have this disconnect from the land that I think Catholics that live on the land really appreciate and know. So look those up. God bless you all. I'm going to provide a link down here for the last show that we did. Take care, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.